Hey everyone, welcome back to Trend Guards, your trusted source for tech analysis. I'm your host, and in today's explainer, we're diving straight into the most massive shift in the AI benchmark landscape we've seen all year. Listen closely, because as of July 16th, a brutal four-way AI championship fight officially erupted. We've got brand new, highly capable frontier models dropping simultaneously, completely upending the established leaderboard. Today, we're cutting through the hype. We're looking purely at official documentation and confirmed pricing data to figure out exactly what just happened, and more importantly, why it matters for your tech stack. So this all went down incredibly fast. Based on verified reports from DataCamp and Ki.ai, Moonshot AI quietly dropped Kimi K3 on July 16th. Literally just 3 days later, on the 19th, third-party benchmark validations started flooding the leaderboards, confirming the model's sheer power. And the real kicker, by July 27th, we are expecting the full Kimi K3 open weights release. This rapid-fire succession of events is exactly what triggered the massive competitive response we're breaking down today. Let's look at the specs. According to data from Constellation Research, Kimi K3 is a 2.8 trillion parameter mixture of experts model. Now, for those keeping track, an MOE model means it only activates the specific expert neural networks needed for your prompt. So it's incredibly fast despite its massive size. I mean, we are talking about a scale previously reserved exclusively for closed proprietary systems. For developers, this is a real game changer. It means enterprise-grade computational power is about to become entirely self-hostable. But it's not just the parameter count. Looking directly at the official Moonshot AI release docs, Kimi K3 boasts a staggering 1 million token context window. To put that into perspective, this massive context allows you to feed the model entire enterprise code bases, huge legal documents from major lawsuits, or hours of medical imaging data in a single unified prompt. You can finally wave goodbye to all those clunky chunking and retrieval systems and move right toward direct, massive context processing. Now let's see how they stack up. Based on the latest data from BenchLM.ai, Kimi K3 won 6 out of 14 published benchmarks. Most notably, it surged 17 places to take the absolute lead in the Frontend Code Arena with an ELO rating of 1679. But we have to look at the full picture here. The reigning champ isn't stepping down just yet. Verified data from Vellum.ai confirms Claude Fable 5 scored an unprecedented 80.3% on SWE-bench Pro. So while Kimi K3 is absolutely the new king of front-end tasks, Claude Fable 5 remains the undefeated champion for complex multi-file software refactoring. Moving on, when we look at the data from EdenEye.co, GPT-5.6 Sol Ultra actually edges out Claude Mythos 5 with a meaningful 3.9-point lead on Terminal Bench 2.1. It scored 91.9% compared to Mythos 5's 88.0%. Now, this benchmark specifically tests command line workflows that require deep planning and tool use. But here is the absolutely crucial takeaway from this data. GPT-5.6 Sol Ultra is achieving this superior efficiency while using significantly fewer output tokens than its competitors. It is quite literally doing better work with less computational waste. But wow, the narrative completely flips when we change the domain. On ExploitBench, sourced from the sys.dev, Claude Mythos 5 absolutely dominates the cybersecurity space. It scores a staggering 78%. I mean, that is nearly double the previous Opus 4.8 model's 40% and vastly outpaces GPT 5.5's 34%. This officially establishes Claude Mythos 5 as a completely unique tool for security auditing, vulnerability discovery, and cyber exploitation. It isn't just slightly better. In the cybersecurity world, it is currently in a league of its own. Of course, all these capabilities mean absolutely nothing if the unit economics don't make sense for your business, right? Analyzing this pricing matrix, sourced from Routeway.ai and Layer3Labs.io, the financial picture becomes crystal clear. Kimi K3 is priced at just $3 for input and $15 for output per million tokens. Now compare that to Claude Fable 5 at $10 and $50. So Kimi K3 is roughly 3 times cheaper than Claude Fable 5, presenting a highly compelling value proposition for budget-conscious projects. GPT 5.6 Sol sits nicely in the middle tier at $5 and $30, while Claude Mythos 5 utilizes a premium enterprise-only pricing model. So how do we apply this directly to your work? Well, here are the 4 distinct use cases mapped directly to their respective data-backed winning models. If you're building React apps or modern web interfaces, you want Kimi K3, period. If you're tackling full-stack coding and massive architecture refactoring, Claude Fable 5 is your gold standard. For automating terminal tasks, CI/CD pipelines, and DevOps, GPT-5.6 Sol Ultra takes the crown. And finally, if you're building a security operations center, Claude Mythos 5 is your undeniable weapon of choice. Stepping back, we're seeing a really stark contrast right now between the open weight paradigm and the closed API ecosystem. With Kimi K3, you literally own your AI on your own infrastructure. It prioritizes affordability, self-hosting, and absolute control. On the flip side, models like Fable 5, Sol Ultra, and Mythos represent the closed API ecosystem. That's where you're relying on managed, high-compliance enterprise endpoints that guarantee uptime and support. And here is exactly why this matters right now. According to industry data sourced from LinkedIn.com and AIbenchmarks.com, the performance gap between open and closed models has narrowed to just 7 to 8 points on key benchmarks. Think about that for a second. Because this capability gap is actively closing and open models are substantially cheaper, enterprise decisions are shifting. We're moving from purely capability-based choices to actually prioritizing control and privacy. You simply no longer have to sacrifice massive amounts of performance to keep your data entirely in-house. So, based on all this verified data, the ultimate question you have to answer for your next infrastructure build is this: do you want to own your AI or rent it? Kimi K3, Claude Fable 5, GPT 5.6 Sol, and Claude Mythos 5 all represent the pinnacle of current capabilities. But the best model entirely depends on exactly what you need to build and how you need to protect it. I hope this explainer gave you the clear, factual data you need to make that decision. Thanks for joining me on Trend Guards. Stay curious, stay informed, and as always, check your sources.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.